The long-standing feud between Charlie Cash and Dr. Johnny Gayton has come to a head. Charlie Cash will spend any amount of money and stop at nothing to take the career of Dr. Johnny Gayton to try to take over Rampage Pro Wrestling. Well, here he's backed into a corner, and Dr. Johnny Gayton defends his wrestling career against the mask of the undefeated, the tough man, the mysterious Judge. Mask versus career. So important that Dr. Johnny Gayton has gone out to wrestling legends. The original Mr. Wrestling #2, the Diamond Cutter himself, Diamond Dallas Page. And what will happen when Doc Gayton puts his career against the mask of the Judge? Let's go to ringside. Something's got to give.
Well, we're back, and this is a match with major stipulations. Could be career-ending, or we could find out finally here tonight who is the judge. It's all going to come down to this.
You know, a mask is something for years and years in pro wrestling that has hidden identity. And ever since the arrival of the Judge, Dr. Johnny Gayton has taken it very personally. He doesn't know who this man is or why he's here. And he doesn't think this is just another man.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's mask versus career with no holds bar and no chairs allowed.
When you talk about the legacy of the mask, we've discussed people like Wrestling 2. Masks offer such mystique because they mask the character that there are even people that will show up at wrestling shows and pretend to be the people under masks simply because they think they can get away with it. But there's something that's for sure. Those that wear the mask over a period of time are legends and establish a legendary legacy. I'm not convinced the Judge is trying to do that. I think there's a different agenda here. I think the mask is one of convenience.
Yeah, Mr. Wrestling #2 tells you he lives in Macon or lives in Plains, Georgia. He's not Mr. Wrestling #2 because the man that we both know and admire lives in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Can't put a Hawaiian shirt on somebody with a mask and make them Mr. Wrestling #2. You need the real deal to do that.
And right now, this man, who has had a shorter legacy with his mask, certainly has made quite a lot of noise in a short period of time. No one has defeated the man. No one has really barely been able to take the man off his feet. And Dr. Johnny Gayton has never backed down the challenge. As Gordon Soley would say, he'd fight a buzzsaw and give it the first 5 rounds. Now, Doc Gayton a lot of times wears his feelings on his sleeve. He's a man that's quick to jump to a decision when it comes to wrestling because he takes it so personal. He's been attacked every way a man can be attacked by Charlie Cash. Well, verbally, physically, by his career as a doctor, by his career as a wrestler, at his home, everywhere he goes, he's been attacked by Charlie Cash.
Very much so. Doc is no pushover, but he has to realize he is a man in excess of 50 years. He holds weightlifting records in that class. He has a world champion in that area, but he's going against a monster here. He came out to the ring with a shirt that says 7-0, talking about the fact that at the Rampage Pro Wrestling big shows, the major events, he is undefeated till this point. And what an opportunity here this is for Doc Gayton. And as the Judge tries to get in, hits him with that knee, reminiscent of Wrestling 2, who we just mentioned there. And I understand Doc Gayton has spent some time talking to another big knee. And the Judge, already staggered by the doctor, comes in sledgehammer.
Yes, Dr. Johnny Gayton did his homework on that. Look at this. Got him with
Stunner.
a running stunner, and Doc Gayton's here to take that mask. He's not going to lose his career. He went right into the crossface.
He's got him already. Hand on the ropes.
Doc Gayton will pull out all the stops here. He's been also talking to Diamond Dallas Page. You might see the Diamond Cutter before it's over.
Now Doc Gayton out of the ring. Charlie Cash better turn and pay attention to what's going on here. Big knockout punch by the doctor right there, and he's taking his boot off. Looks like he's going to do this Dusty Rhodes style. Instead, catches the Judge with the boot. Going in, referee didn't see that. Now he's brought it in, going after it again.
Well, they said you can't bring in a chair. That's anything about a shoe. And you know what? I think the Judge and Charlie Cash have seen a very different Dr. Johnny Gayton that they've ever seen before.
Well, and he's taken the boot off of Cash, and he threw it right back at the man. Looks like the referee's going to let the rules be darned in this particular match with careers on the line, with the mask on the line, and there must be a winner in this particular match. I don't think you're going to get a lot of 5 counts out of referee Dustin Robinson here, and now Doc again going for a submission move on this big man, the judge, the mystery man.
Japanese armbar being applied, and all that pressure with the legs and the arms pulling on that arm. And I have to give this man credit where credit is due. No one has put the judge on the mat like Doc Gayton has just done.
What we saw earlier as he went for a modified form of the stutter, a little bit reminiscent of Diamond Dallas Page, a little bit of a diamond cutter right there. We even saw a little bang out of him, a little diamond symbol come up. So it appears that Doc Gayton has been paying attention to some of our industry veterans. First Wrestling 2, Diamond Dallas Page going into this particular match. And who can blame him? He's putting his career on the line. Everything he knows and loves. He got into professional wrestling because his father was a big fan of professional wrestling. Gave him a love of professional wrestling. That's why Memorial Mayhem is named after his father, Gene Gayton.
Absolutely. And notice that Doc Gayton didn't come out here with a t-shirt on or shorts. He came out here with his wrestling attire on. He's in here to wrestle this man. And he's showing right now he does know some wrestling holds. He has done his homework.
Wait a minute, the judge is biting him in the leg right there to break that maneuver. Going to any means necessary. Doc Gayton has a wrestling background, trained back in the day. Trained back in the state of Georgia to become a professional wrestler. Didn't make it at that time, but years later, as he conquered other areas, competitive weightlifting and bodybuilding at an age 50 plus, he got back into his love of professional wrestling and has been a force to reckon with since that time.
So this match, his career is on the line as a wrestler versus the mask of the judge. So one of those two things has to give, and I sure hope we can finally see once and for all who is underneath that menacing mask of the judge.
And he's got an armbar here right now on the judge. It's been all Doc Gayton from the beginning, and honestly, somewhat surprising. I don't know that whether you anticipated this or not. Certainly we knew the Doc was going to bring his A game and come to fight. But this judge has been, well, much less a monster than we've been used to. And we know the judge has not said a lot, but when he has talked, he said Doc knows why he's after him, and Doc knows what he's done. I don't think the Doc knows what he's done at all, and I think that's what the Doc wants to find out. He wants to know who is this man and what is his vendetta against him, and how does he tie in with Charlie Cash.
Now, whoever he is, look at Doc Gayton now taking that arm and dropping all the way down to the arena floor, and that could pull that arm right out of the socket. He's a doctor, you know, he knows the body parts better than anybody.
And you notice he's going after that arm, trying to impact on the ability. Not sure that's the same arm. Don't think it is that he uses the
He's getting a chair, but he was told he could not use a chair. He could lose this match right here. If he uses the chair, his career's over.
And Dustin Robinson doing the one thing that he knew he had to do. One stipulation in this match was no chairs. He has to bar that. Doc Gayton, though, wasting valuable time on the outside and giving the judge an opportunity to recover after taking that arm into the corner post. Now Doc Gayton back in, caught off with an enziguri. An enziguri?
From a big man, too, I'm telling you. I don't know where Doc Gayton made this enemy, but I don't want to have enemies the size of the judge.
There's more to the story here. I don't know if we're going to learn it tonight. Certainly we can if this man's unmasked. Maybe we'll finally have some answers to the questions we've had since his debut.
Maybe we'll all know who it is. I don't know.
Well, nothing he's done has looked familiar to me necessarily. He hasn't jumped out as anybody I know, just somebody darn big and very dangerous. Down in the middle of the back with a boot, and now he's signaling that it's over right here. And now he's going for his own crossface.
Going with the hold that Doc has just applied to him and reversing. I think Doc would pass out before he would submit. What do you think?
Well, and before, referee Dustin Robinson wasn't breaking at the ropes, and it appears he's consistent on this. Doc is there, but he's not breaking, and the fans at ringside look like they want to jump over that railing and get at Charlie Cash. Doc able to roll through. Great show of strength right there, throws the big man out of the ring.
And there's that powerlifting background, a national powerlifting champion at the age of 50. This man went back to the hitting the weights, to the gym, and has broken all kinds of weightlifting records.
I believe he holds a record, in fact, at his age class for squats. Just a tremendous ability to push weight even right now. But I've always wondered about the risks that the Doc takes, even though he protects his hands with those gloves. This is a precision surgeon, a healer who risks everything every time he gets in the ring, not just his wrestling career, but his career as a surgeon.
Brought him down hard off that top rope, a lot of weight coming down, and now he has that version of that Cobra, an inside Cobra, looks like a modification of.
And Charlie Cash has put a glove on the hand. That causes the Doc to break the hold, asking about the glove. Drop toe hold is able to take him down. Glove inconsequential at this point, but it's on that right hand, the same hand that he uses for the claw.
And look at this Boston Crab, a half Boston Crab. He's got him right here. Move from that right into the Boston Crab. This is a submission hold. I don't care how big you are. If your leg is going to pop, you might tap out.
Well, look at the leverage that he has on him right here. Judge, no mere man, monster perhaps, and now he's gone back to his signature move, and Charlie Cash comes around. He wants to be right there face to face with the Doc no matter what happens.
And I think the Doc wants him to see.
Wait a minute, he's got the claw.
No, not from this position.
He's hooked it, it's managed, I believe he's broken the hold as a result of it. He's managed to get that now gloved hand, right hand, on the forehead of Doc Gayton, and we've seen the impact of this maneuver. We've seen it impact on the Doc himself, on Mr. Jones, on various others.
And Doc Gayton did not want this to happen, I assure you. We haven't seen anyone escape that claw hold. It's like a vice-like grip this man has, reminiscent of Pat Stone, the Spoiler, Blackjack Morgan, all those guys.
He is not able to get it on. Doc was able to use his strength. Now goes in, sleeper now by this masked man, the Judge. We're seeing a much greater repertoire of moves from the Judge in this match than we've ever seen before.
Well, I think he's having to, because he wasn't expecting this fight that he's getting from Dr. Johnny Gayton. Perhaps he didn't know Doc Gayton as well as he thought he did.
Well, and I've got to wonder, what does this tell us about this man, the Judge? We thought simply a monster, a man with a singular finishing hold, something that was devastating, something that made him dangerous, but now we're seeing layers peel off of this and seeing an experienced professional wrestler with a diversity of wrestling maneuvers. But the Doc able to break that, brings him up, tremendous show of strength, Samoan drop.
Talk about lifting weight. That's what he did there right there with a lift of this huge man, now going right back to the crossface.
And he's got him hooked again, and the fans are chanting for tap.
Will we see the mask finally come off?
Wait, now Charlie
the
Cash
mask is almost coming off.
Charlie Cash is trying to get Dustin Robinson's attention, but he got Doc's, and he's, well.
And never turn your back on a man like the Judge.
And the big man is there, and now he goes in for the hold, but wait, the Judge is rolling through. There's one, there's two.
Oh my goodness, no! He took that move that Doc had put on him. Doc didn't even realize it. Rolled him into a pinning position and pinned Dr. Johnny Gayton. No!
Dr. Johnny Gayton, I have to think he prepared for the monster, and the man just finished him off with a very basic, simple wrestling maneuver.
Who is that guy?
Well, we still don't know that. And we probably won't know for time to come because he doesn't have to unmask. That was the stipulation. Doc Gayton, though, we know for sure is done in professional wrestling. We have just seen the last professional wrestling match of Doc Gayton.
I cannot believe it.
The Judge is celebrating. Charlie Cash is celebrating. Wait a minute. The Judge is...
What is he doing? He's taking the mask off?
I don't know. It looks like Charlie Cash is gloating, teasing that he might. Wait a minute, he is.
No! Rob Adonis! Not Rob Adonis! The mask has come off of the Judge. He's the man that took over Rampage Pro Wrestling that Doc Gayton thought he had gotten rid of once and for all.
He fired him right here.
Yes.
One of my very first shows in that very ring. Sal Renaro was made general manager. Doc Gayton fired Rob Adonis on that
Mr. Big,
night.
they called him back then.
I guess.
What is going on? Rob Adonis now is the Judge, and he has just cost Dr. Johnny Gayton his pro wrestling career. I cannot believe it. So many surprises here. This has to be Memorial Mayhem. This is mayhem at its finest.
Well, not a lot to say right now except goodbye to a tremendous athlete, the heart and soul here.
I can't believe the fans here obviously showing a great deal of respect and support to Doc Gayton, and the judge is Rob Adonis.
Rob Adonis exposed, but
you know,
Doc Gayton.
Doc Gayton didn't have to hang his head down low at all. He gave it a hard fight. He came in there with both barrels loaded. He hit him with everything but the kitchen sink.
Miss Allie looks to be crying over there. Oh, their nice moment there with our ring announcer, Miss Allie. Dr. Johnny Gayton.
I can't believe it. You're watching Memorial Mayhem. Welcome back to Rampage Pro Wrestling, and you are not seeing things. We have special feature coming up here, I guess you could say. Ordered by Charlie Cash. And here he comes. The final goodbye, as he says, to our friend Dr. Johnny Gayton's career in wrestling. And the procession that follows, Rob Adonis, Bobby Moore, Anthony Andrews, Sal Renaro, Crew Jones, Sean Banks, and of course Charlie Cash, right in the midst of things.
Well, and I guess this is what Charlie Cash would consider to be Doc Gayton's closest personal friends.
Wow. I could say that about one or two of them. At one time, Rob Adonis pretended to be his friend. Certainly Sal Renaro pretended to be something. And what happened to him? Picture of Doc Gayton holding that chair we've seen so many times. And is this Charlie Cash's theme music?
Be seated, please. I'd like to thank everybody. I hope I can get through this. I hope I can do it. I think I can. We're all here to memorialize a man named Dr. Johnny Gayton. And I have several distinguished guests today. We have Hot Lake Lava. We have Sal. We have Anderson. And of course the Cash fought with Mr. Rob Adonis and Bobby Moore. So, I mean, Dr. Gayton, he won many battles, but you know, he lost the war. So, well, Sal, would you like to say anything?
Wow.
That's all right. I understand, Sal. It's emotional.
Genuine
let it out.
tears,
Just let it out. He's gone. Anderson, and the undefeated. You're undefeated. Do you have anything?
I can't put it into words.
Hey, just bear with it. He can't put it into
trophy?
words.
Yes, he does.
Crew Jones, what do you have to say about this sad occasion? Now, you know it's bad, folks. Crew Jones can't even say anything about this. Sean
I don't know what to say
Banks,
about any of this.
Now, you've been here a long time. Surely you got something to say. What?
Are you allowed to go shirtless at a funeral?
I don't know.
Just let it out, baby. It's all right. Just help him back.
Making
Crew.
a mockery of Doc Gayton.
Just
Well, it
help
is
him back.
emotional
The Doc's
time
gone.
for
There's
some,
nothing we
but
can do.
clearly not for these people.
We lost him.
Talk about disrespect. They're doing everything but paying respect.
Just try to contain him. Try to contain him, Crew.
I'm sure Rob Adonis has something to say.
It's all right.
How
Bobby
about the
Moore,
handful of tights he had
come
when he
on
pinned
up,
Doc
son.
Gayton?
Come on.
Well, Bobby Moore, it looks like he may be actually
Do you
speaking.
have anything?
No one has yet.
I know it's been real tough on you. Oh, look at the tears he's cried.
Oh.
Look at the tears he's cried.
Somebody
for
give him a
Doc
crying
Gayton.
towel, please. Where's
The
that vaudeville
judge-
hook?
I
when you
mean,
need it?
Rob Adonis, do you have anything?
Formerly known as the judge. His judgment
They all
was the end
missed
of
him.
the career of Doc Gayton.
Do you have anything for us?
There are a few things I'd like to say and a few people I'd like to thank. You know, this date has been over 1 year in the making, Charlie Cash. Doc Gayton wanted Rob Adonis gone from RPW so badly that a year ago he pretended to shut down RPW and then mysteriously 35 minutes later reopened the company and hired everyone back except me. Then so callously did he come out here on this broadcast and had me fired on a show that I wasn't even on. So I came back for Dr. Gayton the only way that I could as his judge, jury, and executioner. Dr. Gayton, I hope you're listening wherever you are, because I came back to RPW and I ended your career. I took your career and I crumbled it and I buried it in this ring. Your career, it died at the hands of Rob Adonis. And quite honestly, may his wrestling career rest in peace.
It's too painful.
I'm speechless
It's just too
myself is
painful,
what to say
Hal.
to this.
Oh, me. Can we please have everyone rise? We'd like to give Doc a 10-bell salute. Well, he had a short career, so let's say a 3-bell salute. So would everybody rise, and let's have Doc a 3-bell salute in memorial of him and his career. All right, that's enough. That's it wasn't
This
a long
guy
career.
needs to be stopped.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Y'all can all be dismissed now.
Everybody came to
Thank
see
you.
him, I'm sure. The alleged funeral of the career of Doc Gayton, who lost a match at Memorial Mayhem to the judge who became known later to be Rob Adonis. And I must say, a hard-fought match that ended with a handful of tights by the judge. And I guess Rob Adonis is very proud of himself. Now just destroying the set here, throwing the picture of Doc Gayton, the flowers down, Bobby Moore. Talk about sour milk. Well, these guys are something else. Now what kind of funeral music is that? Somebody please. And now we have confetti. Wow. Well, Charlie Cash at his finest with his croonies, the Cash Vault, Hot Light Lava, Sal Renaro, our general manager so far, hopefully not much longer, and the undefeated Anthony Andrews. Wow. Who let these guys in the building anyway?
Just ridiculous.
And somewhere Doc Gayton must be shaking his head after all the hard work, all the effort he put forth to have his career ended like this.
Ben, let's go to commercial.
We're going to go right now and see a recap from Rampage and Rewind, and we'll be back with more Rampage Pro Wrestling in just a moment. Let's go to the Rewind recap right now.